What are we doing today?
We are trying to see what people know about Catcher in the Rye.
What do you know about Catcher in the Rye?
We're reading it in English right now.
For our Catcher in the Rye project, we interviewed people at the Target Center about what they knew about Catcher in the Rye.
What do you know about Catcher in the Rye?
It's about Hayden, or what's his name? Holden.
Yep.
Holden. I know Holden.
What do you know about Catcher in the Rye?
I know that it's a story about a young man, Holden Caulfield, at a trying time in his life. It's a coming of age, actually. It's about the trials and tribulations of him and as he travels through his tough times as a teenager. And that's pretty much what I remember from college.
What do you know about Catcher in the Rye?
Is that that's Holden, right?
Uh-huh.
He has a mitt, and he's upset a lot.
What do you know about Catcher in the Rye?
I know that it was written by J.D. Salinger, that the main character's name is Holden Caulfield, and he was like a disaffected youth, happy with the world, and kind of got it in like 30 years. That's all that's coming to me right now.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I like it.
I read it years and years ago when I was very young. I thought it was cool then because I was naive. Now I find it, you know, some old, whoever wrote it, Salinger, you know, just an old, cynical pervert probably.
Okay.
I get, including myself, our children that have a lot of problems.
What do you know about Catcher in the Rye?
I know it's a book that we were assigned to read in school many years ago. And it's classic.
I know that I read it a long time ago in high school.
What do you know about Catcher in the Rye? Do you know about Catcher in the Rye? Eddie, what do you know about Catcher in the Rye?
Alright, it's about Holden Caulfield. He's this kid, he's very troubled, he's been to many private schools. He was the last one he kicked out was Pensy Prep. Let's see. So now he goes to New York, and he's pretty much on like a 3-day venture. It's crazy that I know all this, I read it like freshman year, but anyway. He goes on like a 3-day venture out, and he kind of tries to find himself. He goes out throughout New York. He always talks about how phony he thinks people are. Let's see. Remember his sister Phoebe, he goes to visit her one time. He doesn't tell his parents that he's back because his parents, I don't know if they would absolutely, be angry at him or something because he goes out of school again, but it's pretty much just him trying to find himself. It can be compared to Chapter 27 if you've seen that movie before with Jared Leto in it. It was kind of to show that John Lennon's assassination, that was also in there as well. It wasn't connected to it as well, but it was just that he read the book, so that's something that can be connected to as well, so I like that movie a lot. And then other than that, what do you think?
What did you think of the book?
What did I think
did you like
about
it?
I didn't necessarily like it. I don't know. I think I guess you could say it's a coming-of-age story. I just think that he just, in the end, he never really found anything.
Yeah.
He should have gone back to school. He should have figured out what he wanted to do with his life. I mean, he was able to go throughout New York and actually see who people really were. He was able to, like when he'd go to a gravestone, he saw somebody, right after you on the gravestone, and he was just kind of like, wow, that kind of thing. It kind of hit him. So, I think it did help him in a way, but in the end, it didn't really help him after a while. So.
From these interviews, we can conclude that not many people remember reading Catcher in the Rye. But for those who did, it was a life-altering experience.
Do I look small on this thing?
No, you look good.
Okay, what do you know about Catcher in the Rye?
Wait, let's start all over.
Okay, Todd, what do you know about Catcher in the Rye?